We cuttin' loose.
All right, it's time for another episode of DWMOD, man. As always, I'm going to tell you, we got a good one. Man, we got Coach Kelly Mcdaniels. He's been setting the internet on fire on Instagram. If you haven't caught this guy, we're lucky to have him on the show today. This thing is going to be great. We're going to be talking a little Lions or a little NFL interference. We're going to be talking about Chiefs and calls. We're going to be talking youth football. We're going to talk a little high school football, some guys near and dear to my heart. We're going to get to it. Big games coming up this weekend, the Big 6 Picks, the whole lot, man. Louis, roll it.
We cuttin' loose.
College football is now B1G versus SEC. Down, put. If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money. Ready? Oh, Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works. Andy St. Clair, what's up, brother? How's it going, man?
What's up? How are you? How's everything?
Good, man. Good, man. Been a busy week. Been a busy damn week, man.
It has, man. It has. I'm good. I'm happy, to be alive. I heard on the show we're going to talk those beautiful, beautiful Chiefs. I'm excited for.
Defend their honor.
Defend their honor. And, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to get into that for sure. This week. You catch the game last night. We're going to get a little bit into that as well. But, man, Flacco looking good.
But, who? If someone would have told you hit that over a couple times over multiple texts, and maybe, you might have had a winner on your hands. That over was staring at us. Neither team could play defense. Neither team.
It was too late, man. I placed that bet like 5 days earlier because I betted on game 3. I parlayed it with game 3 of the ALCS where I had Blue Jays and the over in the first game in Seattle. And I tagged it with the Thursday night game like 3 days early. And then the whole thing started building up and I knew I was screwed by kickoff.
Well, you could have hedged a little.
Yeah, but I would have had to hedge a lot. And I was like, I'm not willing to do that.
Well, you just win your money back that you bet, right?
Yeah, I could have put just 50 on the over and then had it either way, I guess, Yeah. I probably could have done that. I have my fingers crossed, though. Fingers crossed. Anyway, my man, we have got a good one today. Friend of the show, a comedian, writer, producer, Jerron Horton, was scheduled to be on the show this week, but he has gotten whisked away on a project that we'll be talking about in another date and time. Excited for him. A lot of good things going on for him. But I don't want to say we've upgraded, but we have scored. We have scored the latest internet.
We sidestepped, right?
Yeah, we just sidestepped a little bit. We scored the latest internet sensation on Instagram. If you haven't seen this guy, Coach Kelly Mcdaniels, this stuff is great. Anyway, I bumped into this guy luckily at a Buc-ee's over here while I was driving home from my son's game, and we just started shooting the shit. This guy, he's the son of a 7-time state champion, Earl McDaniels. This guy's coaching big-time youth football here in Georgia. He's big time into it. I'll let him get into a little bit of his own background, but let's welcome him to the show. Welcome to the show, Coach Kelly McDaniels. What's up, Coach?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
kidding me, man. Yeah, just when I ran into you, we got to talking football, and I feel like Mikey's a solid dude. You told me something about your podcast, and I figured I'd hop on.
Well, we checked out some of your videos, my man, and I was like, we got to have this guy on. You're ahead of the game on a lot of things that you're talking about, man. You're waxing poetic on a lot of stuff that people could be on board with, I'm sure.
Honestly, I'm just kind of just saying stuff into my camera. My wife told me that, I should try to grow my brand. That I'm just kind of speaking from the heart, not really trying to do anything extra, just really trying to promote the program, represent the program, and that's why I just want to make sure that we don't, make fun of anything that we're not supposed to make fun of on this show. I don't know how you do things.
Oh, well, we're going to make some fun of some stuff, but you can just throw your hand up for a disclaimer if you disagree. That's the name of the show, Coach. It's disagree with me or don't. That's
Sounds good, man. Sounds good, man. Hey, but I'm ready to get into it.
All right. Well, just to bring everybody up to speed, your program, you're talking about a 6th grade youth football team here in Georgia, yeah?
Not a 6th grade football team. The 6th grade football team.
Okay, my fault.
Arrow County Bulldogs. My daddy actually coached the team. They won 7 state titles. Kind of just, trying to work my own magic with the program. It's been tough. It's been challenging. I've been through a lot of assistant coaches. It's kind of hard to find guys that are committed. It's been the recruiting pool is getting more and more competitive. These NILs have made their way all the way down to the 6th grade level, believe it or not.
Well, how's that work? Now explain that a little bit.
I actually had a woman who I met at Home Depot, just moved up here from Florida. Her son came by, brought him to practice. He's a stud, right? Long legs, thick thighs, tight glutes, just a chain mover, right? She told me she needed $1,000 a month in Roblox gift cards.
What?
Yeah, $1,000 a month in V-Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted her kid a part of my program.
Kids out here getting video game money to play ball.
Yeah, fake money to play real football, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay, well, I'm sure
ridiculous.
Sure you paid it. I know the
Oh, absolutely not.
Program.
Absolutely not. We run our program true and blue. I actually got a flag football tournament to get to after this to do some recruiting.
Okay.
Coming up the pipeline.
All right. Well, I know you're also a Falcons season ticket holder, so we do want to pick your brain a little bit on the Falcons. But before we do that, feel free to say no comment. But I do have to ask you about the accusations coming out of that Marietta youth football program that you got an 8th grader on the team. I just want to.
Oh no, you've gotten me mistaken. First of all, Marietta is probably about 5 hours north of where I'm from in South Georgia.
Yeah, well, you traveled up there to play them, though, because they were state ranked, right? I mean, now they're complaining a little bit about, well, you don't have to.
You're talking about they had an 8th grader.
Oh, probably. You're good. Okay, we're doing that.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll flip it on them. Yeah, no. There's only all the kids on my team are legally in 6th grade.
Okay, it's possible we had that wrong, Louis. If you could get a redaction going on that. Well, sorry, Coach, we don't want to put any of that out there. My fault. That must have been Marietta had an 8th grader on the team. They said he drove to the game himself. Let's jump on the Falcons a little bit now. You were at the Monday night game?
I was there. I was in attendance. Right there in the AMG Lounge. My auntie got me some good tickets. We were there. It was beautiful. It's been a minute since we had a defense.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
Yeah, good. The game looked good, man. Bijan looks like one of the best backs in the league, man. He's looking pretty good.
He is the best back in the league. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't getting the shine. The Falcons are. It's a damn shame that we are one of the oldest franchises in the whole NFL. And we get treated the worst out of all of them. And I personally, I think it's because, our owner is liberal.
That could be our problem too. The Lions, we got ourselves a owner that's, for the people as well. I would argue we might be a worse franchise historically, but both looking good now. What's your outlook for the season, man? What do you think they're going to do?
Honestly, if I'm being realistic, I honestly think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I mean, hey, defense wins championships, and we have the #1 defense. Okay,
well, you get a little ahead of yourself there, Coach Andy. What do you think the Falcons' chances are winning the Super Bowl this year?
Super Bowl is going to be hard, but that NFC is pretty wide open. You get in the playoffs. Let's see what happens.
Andy, am I saying that right, Andy?
Yes, sir.
yeah, you got
it. Who's your team?
I grew up in Missouri. I'm kind of a Chiefs guy.
Sure you are.
He's more than kind of a Chiefs guy. He's a big Chiefs guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Big Chiefs guy.
It's nice to see them settling down. Settling into the old Chiefs, right into their old ways. They actually look like they might do something this year.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think they're the best team in football right now. What do you think of that?
Why? I mean, honestly, they're up there. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't count a win against the Detroit Lions as anything to, write home about.
That's something to hang your hat on nowadays now, Coach. Now, hold up. That's something to hang your hat on nowadays.
I disagree. I think the Lions are probably one of the most overrated teams in the league.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Because you guys just play on prime time and you guys score points. But when you run into some real competition like you did last Sunday night, I mean, your premier player only scoring 11 fantasy points, and mind you, I had him at my DraftKings captain, so them points was 1.5 times points.
Yeah. Now, does your
And
league give any points for points that are taken off the board from phone calls from New York, or no? Mine does. So I did pretty well in my league. We get points for non-calls and free holds and shit. We get all kind of points for stuff that should have been called. In my league, I don't know if you get
I
that
don't
in
know.
your league.
I don't know, man. I think that last Sunday night was not a true representation of both teams that were playing. I don't think the Chiefs are that good, and I don't think the Lions are that good either.
All right. Well, we got some Chiefs Lions talk on the docket here, Coach. We're going to get deep into Chiefs Lions when we get into knock it off. It's only fitting that it lands in that category there. All right, but before we do that, let's jump into some quick hits. And before we get there, guys, it's Gordon Butterfield on the call for What Just Happened, promoting True Laundry Detergent. Let's get to it.
What just happened?
What Just Happened is brought to you by True Laundry Detergent. It's a locally owned company, and these fellas live in the neighborhood. They're saving you money. There's 101 loads in one bag. They got laundry detergent and fabric softener. They've even got dry sheets for you. Got sensitive skin, they've got the free and clear. No fragrances, no dyes, no additives. Well, if you don't like liquids, they've even got the detergent sheets. Just drop one in every load. There's 60 loads in that box. Just head on over to thetrueproducts.com for all your laundry needs. And don't forget to use your code CUTTINLOOSE1 to get you 10% off your first order. That's True Laundry Detergent. It's Gordon approved. Janet Lipnicki with a fresh cup of Black Hawk coffee, looking to take on a washed-out beef patch. A ginger 1-2, and she's in the clear. Oh, sniper! Oh, what just happened? Looks like we've got action from the 6-story window of the book depository as Janet takes that second step. Oh, bang! Down she goes. Let's take one more look. And here we see she goes wrong right there. She's simply uncoordinated, and bang! Her face in the sand quicker than an ostrich. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Somebody put some chalk around that coffee. Black Hawk down.
Oh, what just happened?
Oh, man.
What? That lady is that one. I always like when Gordon yells, "Sniper!" That's my favorite part of that.
I wonder if that woman has any kids between the ages of 10 and 12 that she might can send my way, because she looks like she can, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think she's a grandmother.
She got a, you look like she got a D1 factory between her legs, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, maybe she gets some of them kids over to you. I'll see if we can reach out and find where she's in the Carolinas somewhere. But I know you're in the business of, like, you got apartment buildings. You're moving kids into the area to be on your team.
You are, hey, man, I don't know if we can say everything on this podcast, but you ain't too far from wrong.
That NIL's got it all wide open now, man. 6th grade kids being put up in apartment buildings, and man, you know how it is, man. New birth certificates.
Coach did say earlier one kid had tight glutes, which I wasn't sure we could say.
Oh no, glutes are it's a legal term for an ass, so it ain't gonna get you in trouble.
All right, Coach, that's some Epstein file shit though. That we're talking about tight kids' asses on the podcast. So that's probably, we want to avoid that.
No, we talking about glutes.
Okay, all right, difference.
Yeah,
all right,
so it's a huge difference. Huge difference.
Okay, all right. One is a more athletic term we'll use. All right, we'll push that on. Hey, let's talk a little bit youth football, not youth football. Talk a little high school football, guys. Let's get into some quick hits. Pretty proud coach moment this last weekend when one of my own from Calabasas High School, where I was coaching, he got his opportunity at USC against Michigan in the Rose Bowl this weekend, turned it into this Big Ten Freshman of the Week, King Miller. We got some highlight reels here for you now.
1 minute.
Play that highlight reel. Let me tell you this kid, you guys wouldn't believe, Coach, you probably understand some of this, but you wouldn't believe how many coaches came through recruiting a lot of the kids that we had about 6 kids, D1 kids off this team he was on. And he was the best running back in Los Angeles at the time. Oh. And you wouldn't believe how many coaches came through that were like, this kid's 6'2", like 180, and just, you'll see how he runs in a minute. And at the end of the day, I think we were sitting with San Jose State and maybe like Portland State and Idaho State that were like hemming and hawing, and none of them were going to offer him. So he took a PWO to USC and bet on himself. He's third string freshman coming into this season. Two guys go down, and here's him against Michigan at the Rose Bowl.
1 minute to play. Second quarter. Rusher up the middle. Leave it for Miller. Oh, the speedball. He lost him inside the 30. Third down and 22. With a run. Oh, they're going to get it. King Miller turns on the speed. He gets tripped up at the 20. A 48-yard rip on third and forever. We're trying to drop the hammer. Now up 14, and King Miller gets it done again down the sideline and finally caught up. Another gash, Miller.
And King Miller just continues to shine.
Give it to him again. Miller to the edge. Miller to the end zone. Touchdown. 15 yards, and the King sits on his throne to extend the lead.
Yeah, I mean, dude went off, and I'm telling you guys firsthand, that's how dude ran in high school, like full speed through the gap. He don't cut and juke. He just changes direction. Beautiful vision. Like, I don't know, man. I was baffled every week at the coaches that were like, "Nah." I was like, "You guys are
fast." He seems like he's quick.
It's because he ain't got. The problem is he ain't got enough syllables in his first name. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the best running backs got, I got a couple guys on my team, LaQuavius. You need at least 3 syllables for you to be a real contender in this game nowadays. King Miller,
too short.
Too short of a name, too short of a span in the league. It'd be like, there's a reason why he's playing in the Big Ten.
Right. Yeah, well, there's a reason he's playing in a conference that won the last 2 national championships in a row, because he's that good. Look at his stat line as he comes in the game against a ranked Michigan team. 18 carries, 158 yards, 1 TD. Looks like he'll probably be the feature guy this weekend for them as well at Notre Dame. We'll see how he does this weekend against Notre Dame. Now, here's a picture of his brother. These guys are twins. This is brother Caleb Miller, who's a center and a guard for USC. Wow. He's a freshman too and getting some time. So 2 completely different makeups there. But listen, that team, like I said, my son here. He's playing at ULM. We had Aaron Butler's a wide receiver at Texas here. He's also there. I mean, we got Stephen Rice. We got a kid playing at Tufts. We got another. Anyway, man. Domital Pecco Jr. is playing out of Colorado. This team was loaded. Yeah, this team was loaded. And this kid is phenomenal, man. So big ups to King. Let's keep it moving, bro. Coach, you got a few kids you're lining up to head down that way, man. You're probably trying to send them to the Bulldogs or what? You got some running backs that look as good as King or what?
I got a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I told you that, King, he did his thing against, I don't even know, Michigan. Is that what it's?
Yeah, it was Michigan. Yeah,
Michigan. Yeah. No, I mean, he did his thing. He kind of lighting the ass, personally.
Coach, this kid is a big back, and you see how he runs, man.
I don't know, man. He got 2-pick legs. I don't know about it all. We'll see how he does against Notre Dame.
We'll see. He gets in the open field. That stride looks like Usain Bolt. It doesn't look like he's moving that fast.
Hey, man. Usain Bolt ain't played football last time I remember.
Yeah, he should have. We might should have got him on some football. Coach, you big into baseball at all? Any baseball in your background? Or?
Love it.
Okay, awesome.
Love baseball.
Great. You said Braves disappointing season, so you're following what's going on. Tigers had ourselves a little run there, most epic collapse in the history of baseball. Still got in the playoffs. We got knocked out the playoffs last week by the Mariners, who are. They're hot in it right now with the Blue Jays and the ALCS. But I wondered if you guys caught this video. Now, longtime radio voice of the Tigers, Dan Dickerson. We had that game 5, Coach. I'm sure you were watching, Andy. I know you were watching it. 15 innings in game 5. This thing went 15 innings. The Tigers had runners in scoring position, second or third, with 1 or less outs in almost every single inning in extra innings, and couldn't get 1 run. Our 2 through 6 hitters went 1 for 29. It was abysmally bad. couldn't take the game as the Mariners tried to give it to us. And after the game, this was caught. I don't know if it was caught on air, but they were telling Dan Dickerson he's got to do the after game recap after the game here after 15 innings in Seattle. And here's the video they caught of him responding. This is real.
Dan and I will be back to talk about it after this on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
And fragile.
I don't have to do a game. Oh,
He's flawed. We get tired.
fuck this game recap. Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
sometimes
Was that out
you get
loud?
sick.
3, 2, 1.
And then he did the recap. He was like, I don't have to do a fucking fuck this recap.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dickerson is a real mild-mannered dude too, man. So he was pretty hot. What do you think about that, Andy?
The good thing I always like the home radio announcers because they actually love the team.
Yeah.
They travel with the team. They love the team. So I like it because he took it personally. He took that loss personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think you've been able to do that recap, Coach, after a game? Like, let's say you go 7 overtimes with DeKalb County or something, and you lose the game on a 2-point conversion. You doing the recap after?
Oh, absolutely not. You know, we just kind of, you know, we take it one game at a time, and once the game is through, it's in the past. It's behind us. We're on to the next one.
You a handshake or no handshakes?
It depends on if we win or not.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There it is. There it is. All right, guys. So let's jump into a little bit of no way. I want to double back on this Joe Flacco and the Bengals right here. Let's jump on it, man.
No way. There's no way. No way.
All right, man. The Browns decide they can't move forward with Flacco, even though the division's falling apart. Joe Burrow goes down injured, so Bengals write him off. They're not going to win any more games. The Steelers have a 97-year-old quarterback who's past his prime, and they're not very good and can't stop anybody. And at that point, the Browns, and the Ravens, the Ravens lose the whole fucking team, and they're 1-5. And at that point, the Browns decide we're cashing it in too. We don't think we'll have a shot. They trade Flacco to the Bengals. I'm sure you saw the game last night, Coach. What was your takeaway from that?
Well, you know, I thought it was an amazing game. I'll be honest. I stopped watching after the first half because I promised my wife we'd watch a spooky movie. And then from then on, I passed out. I had no idea. Like when I went to sleep, I was winning money on DraftKings. You know, I was in it. Goddamn Freiermuth. Who knew? I guess he must have came to life the second half of the game. The score seemed pretty good. I did see, you know, the Steelers lineman jump on Aaron Rodgers' back, try to get a piggy ride from him after the game, getting cussed out. But you know, I don't know. It was a good game. I do think that it was a little fishy, like you know Mike Tomlin said, in why they would allow or why a team would trade a good quarterback within the division. You know, I feel like it was sabotage. You know, you know we don't want. I feel like, you know, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Cleveland Browns, guys. Cleveland Browns. That's why they did it. Andy, what do you think?
I mean, I agree with Coach and with Coach Tomlin. You know, it did seem a little weird. I still think Ravens are going to win that division. The Ravens still have the Bengals twice and the Steelers twice. Nobody can stop a cold. The Ravens are going to get healthy. The rest of their schedule is pretty easy, truly, if you look at who the Ravens got to play. The Ravens are 1-5. I think they got to finish 9-8, 10-7. Last game of the year is against the Steelers. So look,
they'll have a shot.
If you want to, you probably get a good little number on the Ravens, about even money.
It's plus 130 right now. It's not. I mean, they're 1-5. It's plus 130. Like, how is that possible?
Well, it's possible. It's possible because here's their schedule: Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. I mean, if everybody's healthy, that team's winning about 10, 11 games in a row.
From a gambling perspective, Coach, I'll throw this to you first. From a gambling perspective, because I know you know, Andy, before the season, the lockdown odds-on favorite for number 1 seed in the AFC was the Ravens because of that schedule. How much money is lost on that fucking thing right now? I mean,
a lot. And hell, the odds to what is it? You said plus 130 for them to win the division. That ain't even worth the risk. Like, what the hell?
I know. 4 games.
What are the Steelers? What are the Steelers?
The Steelers were the front runner. I think they were about even money. And then I think the Ravens were plus 130. And that's going to bring me to my next point here, guys. I want to ask you about right now, the Bengals, game out of first place, are like plus 435 or something like that. They're right around plus 400. Now, that's why I wanted to ask you guys, do you think the Bengals could run this thing down? Now, Andy, you already ran down the Ravens schedule. If they get healthy after the bye next week, they could easily make a run at this thing, even being 5 games back. They could easily do it. But let's take a look at what the Steelers were in first place. Here's their schedule moving forward, guys. Packers, Colts, Chargers, Bengals again, who they just lost to, Bears, decent, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, Ravens. That's not an easy schedule by any means. That's a tough run for the Steelers there, right?
Yeah.
I disagree on the tough side. I think the Steelers are going to win their division pretty easily. I think their biggest competition is the Bengals. I especially after what they showed last night. But I wouldn't crown the Bengals off last night's win. It was a short week. At home.
Let's run down their schedule right now. And Andy, you tell me what you think after I show you this. Now, you read the Ravens. We just saw Steelers, tough run. Here's what the Bengals have left. The Jets, the Bears, Steelers again, Patriots. They got twice against the Ravens, and they got the Bills sandwich, and that's a tough run. But then they've got Dolphins, Cards, Browns to finish. I'm with you, Andy. I think this thing's going to come down to Bengals, Ravens.
The problem is the Bengals can't stop anybody. They're AFC Dallas, and Dallas is the NFC Bengals. The defense is bad, so it doesn't they gave Rodgers 31 points. Get out of here. They made Rodgers look like 10 years ago Rodgers. So look, yeah. I can't stop anybody. Just bet the Ravens and be done with it. You'll be happier.
Well, that's possible, man. That's possible. That's a tough hill to climb, 4 to 5 games there. But I don't know. If I had to put some money on it right now, I just playing for trying to win some dough, I might put it on the Bengals right now. But you're right, they can't stop anybody. But if I just look at that schedule, I'm like, there's some teams in there they just have to outscore. They might be able to do that.
But the problem is their defense. Their defense is not going to be. The defense won't stop anybody. So if Flacco gets hurt, Flacco's old.
Oh, he was running last night too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he took off a few times. He got out there.
Let's see. I bet he got scolded for that. You let your guys run, coach? The quarterback allowed to run or no?
Depends on the color of their skin.
Oh man, you can't say that, man.
Does the white quarterback, is he a pocket quarterback? Generally?
Yeah. Generally. That's just kind of how it works out, But it every now and then we get one with a little seasoning. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I know what you mean for sure.
Yeah, we get it. Maybe you'll run into a Josh Allen down there or something. You don't know. Maybe you never know. You running a 2-quarterback system or what?
No, we got one. We got a good guy now. Tre'Davious. So you can, syllables. This season has been about syllables. We're sitting in at 6-2.
6-2 is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Playoffs coming up right around the corner.
Okay. Getting everybody healthy. All right.
Yeah. We got a cupcake coming up on Saturday. It's gonna be a good one, and then playoffs start following week. Number 1 seed.
Wow.
Okay.
Looking to hoist my first Webster.
In the lineage of a long line of Webster Trophy winning families, you're looking to raise your first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
okay.
My daddy cast a big shadow.
Okay.
When he died, all he left me was the keys to his truck and the code to the padlock on the shed.
Oh.
Okay. And the trophies are in the shed, or are they in the truck?
No, they're in the trophy room.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal down here.
I believe it. I believe that's a lot of championships, man.
Sure.
So if we were to line up, look at Andy, you're going to go with the Ravens. Coach, you say Steelers, and I say Bengals. So I'm just going to tell you guys, I don't think either one of you are right.
No way. There's no way. No way.
Andy probably right. All right, let's play a game, Coach. Now, you're a Georgia guy, Atlanta guy, Falcon season ticket holder. Let's play a little game here. This is famous quotes. Who said it from Atlanta? These are famous people from Atlanta, and they said it. I'm going to read out a quote. And you guys chime in as quick as you can, and we'll see who gets it right first. Okay? So here's the first quote. Here's the first quote for you guys. You need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your
CeeLo
life
Green.
pass by. Coach.
No way. There's no way. No way.
Coach, he's going to give you a chance to steal there, Andy. Who do you think that is?
Jerry Glanville.
No, guys, it's Outkast.
No.
It's
Hang on now. You said who said it?
Yeah.
CeeLo Green said it.
Oh, you're saying at some point in his life he probably
said it in the song.
He said it in this song?
He the one saying it in the song.
It's not Andre 3000. You're saying
man, it's CeeLo Green, man.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to go to the tape on that, but Louis is shaking his head. He's shaking his head no. He's saying no. That's Outkast.
CeeLo Green said it.
Which Outkast song is that?
Get out. It's
the name of an Outkast song, but he's saying someone else.
It's the whole Dungeon family, man.
Okay, they're all on the song. I guess we can give credit a half point.
CeeLo Green is the one who said it.
Okay, everybody on the song says it during the song, so half a point for every name for guys that said it during the song.
Yeah,
I guess we'll go half a point.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Louis is going to concede. We'll go half a point at some point in the song. We're going to say
Louis don't know what
Louis
don't know what he's talking about, man.
Okay, all right. Hey, we're going to let you have. We're going to let you have that one. Okay, here's the next one, guys. In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
Jimmy Carter.
Oh,
Raven, no way. There's no way. No way.
Jimmy Carter, Coach, go ahead, Andy. Try to steal this one.
I will go with Raven Simone.
Raven Simone?
Famous Georgian.
Okay. I could see where maybe you tried to wrap your head around that as a statement coming from like the LGBTQ community or something like that.
What is it, like Stonewall Jackson? What are we doing?
It's MLK, guys. That's famous words from Martin Luther King, guys. We're not doing very well here at all. Guys.
There's a lot of famous Georgians.
Well, none more famous than that gentleman, probably, and the things he had to say. Boy, it is 1/2 point to the coach and 0 for Andy in this one so far.
I got a whole point, man. You don't know what you're talking about, man. How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me? You just got to Georgia.
We're giving you 1/2 point, man. That's all we can do right now. We'll have to write a letter to the editor and see if we can get that recanted later. Okay, here's the next one. Chime in as soon as you guys are ready. She's crazy. She put all my shoes in the bathtub and set the damn house on fire. She burned it down.
Andre Rison.
Coach nailed it quickly. Andre married to Left Eye Lopez from TLC, who famously put all those shoes in the bathtub. I think allegedly, Coach, she caught him cheating or something and put all his shoes in the bathtub, lit him on fire. How'd that go?
Hey, man. That it wasn't I don't know. I don't really speak on all that. What I've been doing is I've been using my Google to show you that you got the whole thing wrong. What that say? That say CeeLo Green singing the chorus.
He sings the chorus in the song.
And that's who said, and that's where that line
so
comes
you're
from.
saying
So I want my whole point.
So during the song, at no point is Andre 3000 or Big Boy say that line. They're on their own track.
Oh my God.
Okay, Coach. Hey,
this is
insane.
Coach,
we're gonna give you. Hey, you're up 1.5 to nothing here. You may win by the hook.
I just want my whole point.
You might win by the hook. He's up 1.5 on you here, Andy. It's slightly a gambling.
Focus up. I'm gonna focus up.
You better focus up here. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a small hint after this one if you don't get it. But here's the next one. Stop fighting for a seat at the table and build your own.
Ooh.
And build your own. I'm going to give you a little clue. I think Coach and his wife watched a spooky movie that this gentleman had out in the last couple years, probably just the other night.
Kirby Smart.
No, man. It's I just saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, this guy had a movie, Medea's Spooky Halloween. I think you and your wife were probably watching that, right?
Tyler Perry. Oh, I get it. It's a light
you were watching the spooky Medea movie, I bet, right?
Gotcha.
There it is.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry. And I got to tell you, boy, was he right.
Problem about Tyler Perry is he might build his own table, but he don't let nobody else sit at it. Nobody but Taraji P. That's it.
Oh, man, he built the whole studio down here. I thought he was, maybe I'm misinformed. I thought he was giving back to the community pretty big down here in Atlanta. No? No comment from the coach. No comment from the coach. Okay, that was my understanding.
I just want my CeeLo Green point. That's all I really. That's all
I thought Tyler had built his table and brought it home. I thought, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. You're still 1.5 to nothing, and you got 1 point left here to get, Andy. So you can at least let him win by the half point if you can get this one.
Okay.
Here we go. Famous Atlanta quote: "Hitters can pick up the spin rate or the arm slot." Nope. Nope. Oh,
I was just trying to get it early. No way. There's no way. No way.
We'll let you grab a half point if you can still get it. I'll finish it. So hitters can pick up a spin rate from a pitcher or his arm slot, but the best way to get them out is to simply change speeds because they are all limited by the human vision, except for that motherfucker Tony Gwynn.
Greg Maddux.
Come
on.
Yeah.
I got it.
I should have had everybody hold their phone up and shit.
I got it. I got 3 points now.
You got 2.5. We're gonna give you 2.5. 3 might have broke the show.
Y'all really about to make me jump through the screen, telling me I don't know who the hell.
Hey,
I was raised on Outkast, man. Come on,
I'm just going out with the credits on the album here. I'm looking at the credits on the album here.
Watch the video, man. Watch the video.
I love Outkast. I thought we were doing I thought they were all famous Georgia sports people. So Outkast, MLK, they weren't even on my mind.
No, we had all kind of famous Atlantans on the show. We did. We decided to go with the get out and get something because I didn't think it would be fair. I don't think anybody would jump on who's that creeping in my window. I didn't think anybody was going to probably get that one. So we went with the other one. Coach, you might have got that one. Oh, man. Okay, well, hey, you took that home. Well, let's double down on Greg Maddux really quick, guys, right? Now, here's just to show you how crazy good Greg Maddux was for a little no way here. In 1997, Maddux threw 232 2/3 innings and walked only 20 batters. 19 of those were intentional. My man threw 1 walk. 1.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
He was awesome. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Now, let me tell you another unbelievable fact, though. The guy that I say is the greatest pure hitter of all time that he motherfucked in his quote, that motherfucker Tony Gwynn. Let's look at Tony Gwynn's record against Maddux lifetime. Tony Gwynn, historically dominant record against Greg Maddux, batting an incredible .429. He hit .429 against Maddux and never struck out in 103 plate appearances. So you see why Maddux was upset at Tony Gwynn. But is there a better pure hitter to ever play than Tony Gwynn?
No. I mean,
I'd say probably Barry Bonds. I don't really can't use the steroids against him.
Yeah, but Bonds was just a power hitter. He wasn't a pure hitter like Tony, man. Like
people would say Ted Williams.
Ted Williams was pretty good. I'm going Tony.
No way. There's no way. No way.
Well, Coach, you won the contest there. We're sticking with the half point. You're getting a half point on the CeeLo Green. That's just the way it's going to go down today.
Mikey, you at this point, you're just trolling me, man.
We don't do trolling. We only speak in facts on the show. And in fact, you spoke a fact. He did indeed say that. So you get a half point for that. But he doesn't get credit for it.
He does the chorus on the song, man. He does the chorus on every chorus.
Okay.
CeeLo Green says it is Outkast and Kuttin Mob song.
We got a video here. We got a video here of Nate Dogg also saying it on a chorus one time. Ooh. If you would have said Nate Dogg, we would have gave you a half point too, Coach.
I love it.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
Okay, guys, let's talk about this Chiefs and Lions deal from the weekend. Let's talk a little bit about this. Now, we all saw the golf touchdown. Now, Coach, Andy will confirm. As soon as that play happened, and we were standing around waiting for the extra point, I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And then they came out and had that little chat and said what happened. I sent him a text immediately. I said, bullshit. This is being reviewed by New York. These guys are not talking about this. It is bullshit. Now, I don't know if you guys caught Dan Campbell live on an interview in 97.1. We had the video, but they're starting to pull it from places, the NFL and stuff, and it's a little grainy. So
it ain't that deep, man. It ain't that deep. It wasn't. It was an illegal formation.
Yeah, it is that deep because the referees came over and told Dan Campbell, New York called and had us review the play, coach. That's a non-reviewable play. So New York getting involved in that, you guys don't think that's a big idea that New York is making calls on games?
It was prime time. Everybody saw it. It wasn't a touchdown. It's a legal shift.
That's interpreted. That's up for interpretation, and they interpreted no flag on the play until they got a call from New York. You guys really don't have a problem with New York calling in to sway in on games. Situations
if they're correct.
How often do you?
Hell, I wish goddamn New York would call in on this damn CeeLo Green question.
We'll try to get him on the phone. But we'll try to get him on the phone.
Generally, I wish we understood the rules a little more in the NFL. It's still so many rules. I always kind of under the assumption like once a play happens and we move on. But look, it doesn't take away from the fact that even if you give them the 4 points, the Lions still lose by 13. So to me, it's like, I wish that was cleaned up a little more, but the Lions just kind of no-showed, which somebody on this podcast called that was happening.
Well, I wouldn't say you called a no-show, but you were right to say that this is a game the Chiefs will win.
They've won this game 30 times in the last 8 years. I'm just not sure why this is the game they win. But yeah, I wish there was a little more clarity on the rules for sure. Like just a little more.
Well, it also was a bad look, and Coach, I'm sure you've been on the other side of some of this. It also was a bad look when at the end of the night, the Chiefs received 0 flags. I mean, there's also stuff. I'm not one to be complaining about the referees. They won the game. I'm not one of these guys. But this was absurd. I mean, all night long, you're watching Hutchinson get his jersey pulled over his fucking helmet. There's not one flag in the entire game on the Chiefs, and that call. It's a bit ridiculous, man. It's a bit ridiculous.
We played a clean game. We were just super clean.
At this point, it is what it is, man.
There's pictures all over the internet.
We got robbed by them last year too.
The clip of Juju Smith hitting Branch dead in his back on a play right in front of the referee and no flag is thrown. That would have been an ejection if anybody else would have been playing. And now, have you guys seen the study done by the guy at El Paso University? Spent like the last, couple years doing this study on the Chiefs games over the last 5 or 6 seasons compared to every other team and broke down like flags and calls and blah, 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 blah. And his study showed that they were 50% more likely to have an advantage in calls in games. And it went up by 20% in playoff games.
I love it.
Yeah, it's getting to be a pretty bad look. And Andy, Coach, they just say, I'm a dude, like I pull for the Chiefs. I like them. I'm not a Chiefs hater. This is getting ridiculous.
Look, I think whenever there's a dominant team, whether it's the Pats in the last or the Chiefs, like people are going to run these sort of kind of crazy. It'll happen to the next team too, whoever that next team is in 10 years. So
I think until somebody becomes a bigger superstar than Patrick Mahomes, whatever team they play for is going to get all the calls, man. That's just how it is.
Yeah, it does seem to be how it goes.
I was at the Falcons game. The damn they were blowing the whistle as soon as they wrapped Josh Allen up. As soon as they wrapped him up, they blew the whistle. They didn't want him hitting the ground. Like that's just how it is. They got to protect their stars. I mean, it sucks and it's cheating and it's not fair, but
it's really hard as a Lions fan because it does seem that all these crazy controversial calls always seem to happen against us. The fucking Dallas touchdown a couple years ago on not reporting. This one this year, we're going like what? It just always seems to be against us, man. Can we just start getting some love? We got a decent football team. Can we just start?
You got a great one.
Yeah, just come on, man. Come on, just get it together. And NFL, stop calling in. Just let the ref the game.
All right, everyone, time to do me a favor and knock it off.
Okay, one more thing here for us to get into is the Juju Smith Brian Branch incident. Brian Branch goes after him after the game. We all found out why. Nobody's saying he should have done. Like, okay, you got to keep your cool. You can't do that. Now you're suspended for a game. It's going to hurt the team. It's going to hurt the team. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Juju Smith is not a martyr. Juju Smith is no martyr. I mean, look, here's the aftermath. I'm getting his ass whooped for being a punk the whole fucking game. And now I don't know if you guys caught this. Did you guys catch this video from his own fucking teammate? This is a video from his own teammate.
How you caring if your teammate Juju boy got the beats?
First of all, Juju needed his ass whooped.
Damn.
Let's just go there. Number one.
Why does everybody say that?
Him specifically really needs his ass whooped.
What do you mean wrong with Juju?
Like, bro, he been needing his ass whooped for a minute. Brian Bears doing the work of the Lord, bro. Whoop that man ass, bro. Shout out to that.
What did Juju do?
Bro, he's an asshole, bro.
Okay.
I heard that though.
And he is sneak this. Like, this is my thing. I'ma talk greasy to you. We gonna go right up. And when we get that one-on-one, I ain't gonna duck the smoke.
Yeah.
So whether I win or lose, it is what it is. He the type that's gonna do all the little weird, sneaky stuff, push you behind the back, go run, tell the ref. You like, bro, shut your little weird ass. Then try to be cool with you after. First of all, y'all seen it.
Yeah. He had it coming, man. He had it coming for what he did.
Who was that?
Oh, man, I can't.
Exactly. Who was that?
I forget.
Exactly.
His name was on the screen. I forget.
That sounds like a hater, man. That sounds like a hater.
Look, we all have friends. We all have friends like this who we love and we protect, and you're just like secretly being like, man, if somebody could whip this guy's ass, that would help us out.
Please. Yeah, he's a dude that needed his ass whipped. So Brian Branch, good on you. I'm bummed out he's suspended for a game. We need him in this.
What happened? I woke up to that picture. We watched the spooky movie.
Yeah, they were getting into it the whole game, and then I wish I had the clip for you, but like late in the game when they're up by a few, Mahomes taunted Branch pretty heavily in the end zone. And again, he's a star, so he's not going to get the flag. Anyone else gets a flag on it. I mean, got right in his face and was doing shit, and nobody else. Well, who cares? I don't care about that. But so then it got a little heated. And then later in the game, Juju Smith on a play, like a run play to the right, Branch is on the backside, just comes across the line. He's just standing there because he's way out of the play. And Juju just comes flying in the screen, just hits him right in the fucking back and just lays him right out. So after the game, Branch was like, that's fucked up, man. Like, I could have got fucking hurt. That could cost me some money. That's bullshit. And then he was saying all kind of shit to him. So after the game, he was like, hey, come here, man. And he fucked him up. So, I mean, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and they both won stupid prizes because Branch is suspended for a game now too.
I feel like Juju is fine. He's playing next week.
Yeah.
Like Juju,
I hate guys like
Juju
that.
Won that thing. He did cost Branch money. It was like all Branch won was he didn't win anything. He just won a week off.
Yeah, that's why I hate. I hate fucking guys like Juju, and the fact that anybody would cape for these fucking dudes is like fucking being a trumper. It's like, that's your fucking guy, that little shithead Weasley. Like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't like guys like that. You know what I mean? Phony tough guys. Not my thing. All
right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
All right, guys, it's time to move on. Let's move on from that. We got beat. We lost the game. We got to move on. We got to recoup. Maybe it'll be a Super Bowl matchup. Let's get into the ULM report. It's time for the ULM report, guys. We're going to see who the ULM Warhawks are playing this week as we try to hunt down a bowl game this year. Finally, last week we lost at Coastal Carolina. We were favorites to win the game. Guys, we showed up and we sat through this. Look, it is coming down in buckets, bro. I'm telling you, 6 inches of rain fell during this period. Like, it was hurricane rains. And
how was it free food? Yeah, I mean, it was free food there, right?
Yeah, it was free food. You walked up and you had to download their little app, and you walked up to the concession stand. You could take 4 items, and they had all kind of different pop, and then you could get a popcorn, a nacho, or a hot dog. Nice. And it was free all game, much as you wanted. That was nice. Awesome. That was nice. I will say this. I'm going to tell you, Andy was asking me last week, Coach, because I go to all these different stadiums. I've been to a ton of them. This was the biggest shithole I think I've ever been to.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. The stadium itself was nice. The turf was nice. Like, it's Myrtle Beach. It's nice. It was the most ridiculous situation. When you walked into the stadium on one end, you couldn't get to your seats on the other side of the stadium because the end zones are blocked off. You had to walk up into the stands, go through the student section in the end zone to go around to the other side of the stadium to then get to your seats. They've got a 300 level there for some reason. I think they probably built it a couple years ago, and they're that one good team. They got all the other team's parents sitting up in like the top row of the 300 section, like we're at Texas or something. You know what I mean? And we're all like, there's no one here. We're sitting down on the 40-yard line. You know what I mean? It was, and then You couldn't go anywhere from that section either. If you wanted to go to the concessions of the bathroom, you got to walk all the way down to the first row of the stadium and go over and go down a ramp to get to it. I go, is this some kind of converted 6th grade stadium? No offense, coach.
Yeah.
But it was a mess. It was a mess, dude. And in the rain, come on, man.
How'd your boy do snapping the ball?
He did fine. Not a miss. And we punted all night long. We punted all night long. He did fine. He didn't have any bad snaps at all.
Good for him, man. Put it on his highlight tape.
One little message for Coastal, though. When the other team's parents show up, don't try to stick them up in the 300 level of your stadium. That's really 400 people are at the damn game. I mean, Alabama did us better than that. When we went to Alabama, we were sitting first 10 rows right off of the end zone with access to walk down onto the track to go down by the sideline and see your kid and shit. Like
because Alabama knew that might be the last time you see your kids alive, you know.
It just about was. It just about was, you know. But on a serious note, though, like they can charge big money for those seats, man, and they give them to the other team's parents. It's a class act, man. Knock it off, Coastal Carolina. I should have put them in. Knock it off. Anyway, this week we got Troy coming into town. Troy's hot, coming off the big win against ODU. I think last week they knocked off. Look,
I like ULM this week, buddy. I think they're going to be a little spicy.
We're gonna need it. We're a 6-point underdog. I think everybody's putting us down after last week, but it was a monsoon. I like our spot here too, Andy. I think I'm into it. And if we just win 3 more games, we get to go both. 3 to go. I'm saying this is going to be a football game. Both these teams want to play physical this week, and we'll see how it goes. It's wide open. The Sun Belt is wide open. Old Dominion's lost. James Madison is lost. We beat our Arkansas State. Arkansas State's beating us. It's wide open. We can keep it going here. If we can beat Troy, we're going to be in the mix here down the stretch. And we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. But let's go Warhawks. That's a Warhawk report for this weekend. Let's jump into the Big 6 Picks, Coach, because we want to see who you like this weekend on the Big 6 Picks, brought to you by the official beer choice of the DWMOD podcast. That's Old English 800. CeeLo Green, also a big fan, I heard. Now, let's get to the Big 6 Picks. This week, our games, Coach, this week. In the NCAA, we're going to be starting with Tennessee and Alabama. But before you give us our pick, let me show you what you're up against here now. The guest pickers are in first place, Coach. The guest pickers are tied for first place with me, 16-18. The guest pickers are -2 on the over-under for the season. I'm -6 on the over-unders for the season. That's the tiebreaker. And Andy is at 15-19, and he is -12 on the over-unders. But last week ripped off 5 wins to put himself back in this thing. He was way in the cellar. Now he is only a game back of everybody. Let me give a quick shout out to the Fantasy Football League really quickly. The DWMOD Gordon Butterfield Invitational Fantasy Football League, our first section of the season winners for most high scores. Not Sus Bros, who was dead last last year, and Cramlin Duvet Chain. They are both tied, Andy. They're both tied with having 2 of the highest scores. So whoever wins that game this week is getting themselves an official NFL jersey of their choice. Whoever has the highest score this weekend between Cramlin Duvet Chain and Not Sus Bros is going to score themselves an NFL custom jersey of their choice. So get your lineups together, boys, and let's do it. Coach, first game on the docket here. Tennessee catching 7.5 points at Alabama. The over-under 58.5. Who do you like?
Can I just ask you a question before I get into this?